Hey, Miguel Dorati back here on the Cage Rage podcast, and we're going to do a little MMA odds review because we got Bellator this weekend back with a doubleheader. They're in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun, and they're there on Friday and Saturday night. 25 fights probably over the weekend, you know. We'll see if everything gets approved and stuff, but they got like 12 fights both nights or something like that. So some of them are already popping up at the sports book. You want to check them out. You know, for odds, Friday night's got the main event. They're heavy on heavyweights. Let's put it that way. They're still looking, I guess. They got a geriatric group here. Maybe still looking to get Fedor fights later this year. And obviously they're going to need competition for Ryan Bader, right? So you got Matt Mitrione taking on Sergei Kharitonov. Kharitonov favored in the fight at -165. Mitrione +125. I'm not sure if you know, I would take Kharitonov on this one. I like Kharitonov. He's got a ton of fights. And, you know, but he was a guy that maybe, you know, 10 years ago was a better time for him. You know what I mean? Mitrione, hopefully they're both stand-up guys. So hopefully Mitrione, you know, maybe doesn't fall into fighting a kickboxing fight here. They could lose and stuff. He could land his big punch. We'll see how it goes. But that's the main event on Friday. The other fights are not popping up at the sports book yet. Then you head over to Saturday. You got, by the way, that Friday is Bellator 215, and it's going to be showing on Paramount, the former Spike TV channel. So that'll be on TV. The Saturday night offering is Bellator on DAZN, and they said that they'd be live streaming some of their undercards. So I guess on their app or whatever, you can get some of the 10 fights or so that are on the undercard. So Saturday, Bellator 216 on DAZN. You got the main event of Paul Daley and Michael Page. This is kind of exciting because, you know, it's all England, and they're doing it in Connecticut. You know, not in England. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's all England, and it could lead to a star here if Page does what he's supposed to do. Page, you could draw some comparisons to Israel Adesanya in terms of style and charisma and that sort of thing. We'll see if he's got anything on the ground. But we won't see that this weekend. I think Daley's going to make the mistake and want to come in and stand up and slug it out. And I don't expect a 5-round fight. Page, -210. Daley's at +160. The rest of the fights that are at the sport books, again, we're getting into the geriatric group here. In the heavyweight division, we got Cheick Kongo. He's a big underdog at +265, taking on Vitaly Minakov. Minakov back with Bellator here. And 21-0. Minakov, you know, maybe we've seen enough of Minakov that he's not the guy, but if there's someone out there who has that mystical record and you know, is a guy who's been pretty dangerous and perfect, Minakov might be that guy. A lot of ups and downs with his, you know, scheduling and stuff like that. Maybe this is the start of a run for him with Bellator where we see him -385. He's a guy you want to keep an eye on. If he gets that 21-0 record up to 22-0, you're in heady territory there. And the last of the heavyweight fights, oh, man. You know, we got Roy Nelson fighting Mirko Filipovic, Crow Cop. And, you know, talk about a fight that 10 years ago, right? You know, I mean, Crow Cop -195, Roy, Big Country, +155. I'm not a fan of matching the older guys up, you know, the post-40 guys, especially when they flirted and been retired, coming back, you know. In the case of Mirko, he's had some injuries and things. So, you know, I'm just not a fan of that kind of fight. Nelson, you know, but with respect to what Bellator is doing here, I think you can get away with it more in the heavyweight division than you can in the lighter weight classes. So they're sticking with the heavyweights post the Grand Prix that ended with Ryan Bader taking the belt. So that's what we got here for Fedor. And, you know, Nelson, Filipovic, any one of those is a good fight for Fedor if they're going to bring Fedor back. Minakov, probably not. Kongo, I don't know. Minakov versus Ryan Bader could be a hell of a fight, and that would give something to look forward to in Bellator. But Bellator, again, they got 2 fight shows this weekend, and the odds are just up, haven't been up, and you're not going to get odds for a home card. So this is what you got. Have fun, and we'll see you after fights.